Hey guys, YoFaceGamer here. Sorry if there's any echo, but today I'm going to be talking about the Dragon Ball Z transformation multipliers. So, as far as I know, I've taken a lot of notes, I've done a lot of research on what these multipliers do. I will be going over every multiplier, Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan, all the way up to what we know today. Just the multipliers for what each formation does, though. I've only done Saiyan and Argonian. I can't find anything else that has to do with transformations with anything else. I'm sorry about that. So I've done a bit of the math for the Argonian because the transformations online seem to only talk about Kaioken and Saiyan transformations. So, sorry if the Argonians are kind of complicated, but with math, what I did was took Frieza's power level, how much he increased by each time he transformed, and I divided that by his base power level, which was 530,000, if you didn't know already. But, so I'm just going to be going over the power levels today, but I have a lot more information on this. I'm going to talk about many different things throughout each episode, but let's get right into it. Sorry for rambling on for so long. So again, sorry for the quality if it's bad, as in audio quality. There might be a little bit of echo. So, Kaioken times 1. The power multiplier is times 2. Same thing with Kaioken times 2. Ironically. I found this everywhere that I looked. I couldn't find any different power multipliers for Kaioken times 1. So I just assumed that it was times 2. I read online somewhere that the Kaioken times 1 and the Kaioken times 2 has the exact same power level. Multiplier, I mean. Again, you guys might not care about power levels, but if you click into this video, I assume you do. The reason a lot of people don't care about power levels, I don't know. I think Toriyama might have said something about that power levels were insignificant, or maybe a weak character beat someone against a very strong power level. I'm not sure, honestly. But I'm just going to be reading off what the power multipliers I see here is. So Kaioken times 1, again, power level times 2. Kaioken times 2, same thing. Kaioken times 3, power level times 3. Kaioken times 4, power level times 4. Kaioken times 5, power level times 5. Etc. Up to Kaioken times 40. I'm not sure if there's anything beyond Kaioken times 40, because that's the only thing we've seen. Now, what I haven't wrote on this list here so far is a Super Kaioken, which is when someone goes Super Saiyan and then piles a Kaioken on top of that. I've not written that down because I don't know power multiplier depending on that, and it could just be multiplying the power times 50 and then multiplying the power times 2. I'll go through the list here slowly. You could pause the video in any case where I'm scrolling to see this. Going to slowly scroll down. So why I said colored Argosian is because, I think that's how you pronounce it, is because Frieza said, I would have said golden, but Frieza said he could have turned any, in the Resurrection F movie, he could have turned any color that he wanted to. So, yes, that's pretty much it. I am, a few things I'm curious about. The reason you saw a question mark for 5th form Argonian is because they never talked about, not King Cold. You know Frieza's brother? Who is he? I forget his name, but Frieza has a brother. And he found a 5th form beyond the final form of an Argonian. So, yeah. He found a final form, and sorry about that. That was, I have a link to the power levels, and apparently it has the same exact amount of numbers as a phone number, so it made a link to my phone number whenever I click on it. Sorry about that. So a fifth form Oregonian, I couldn't find Frieza's brother's base power level, so therefore I could not divide his power level at that moment divided by his base power level. So I couldn't find the multiplier for that. I'm still doing research, of course, but at the moment I do not know. Colored Oregonian, very high power level multiplier. But what I found is that the strongest multiplier is in a Saiyan, which is a Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan, as in SSG SS, as we Dragon Ball Z fans know it as, which is base times 50. Or base times 20,000, and then multiply that base times 20,000 times 50. So that's a huge increase in power. Now why I said except up to 40 is because it's multiplied up to 40 many times. But it's never gone past and beyond 40. I think I already explained this. But it could go beyond 40. I'm not sure, honestly. Potentially, yes, I do think a Kaioken could be beyond a Super Saiyan's power level if you did maybe Kaioken times 60 or Kaioken times 100 for that case. A false Super Saiyan, another transformation that talks about the Saiyan power levels. And this one's very argued beyond it. I've heard some people say it multiplies by 40, some people say it multiplies by 25, some people say it only multiplies by 10, and I've heard many different theories with this. That's the most common one I could find. Ascended Super Saiyan. That's you know when Goku is in the hyperbolic time chamber, and whenever I'm talking about Dragon Ball Z, I get really into this stuff, so I know the series. If you've watched the series, you know what I'm talking about. So, you know when he gets, like, really buff inside the hyperbolic time chamber, gets really big? Well, that's him ascending to the next level of a Super Saiyan, which is Ascended Super Saiyan. He does this before going Super Saiyan 2, which I find. Also, with an Ascended Super Saiyan, you do slow down, but your power level is increased by 75, which is kind of useless when there's a Super Saiyan 2, Super Saiyan 3, and Super Saiyan 4. Now, the only thing with the Super Saiyan 3 is it runs out very fast, but it has a multiplier of 400. Some people say it's 1,000. I do not think that. I think it's only 400, which is still a very high multiplier. Then a Super Saiyan 2 is times 100. A Super Saiyan 4 is times 4,000, which is a huge increase. Again, there's a lot of arguments about that because it's not canon. A Super Saiyan God is a 20,000 multiplier. That's why I thought a Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan is 20,000, and then multiply that by 50, because that's basically him mixing his Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan power with his Super Saiyan power. That's why I came to assume that. A Great Ape multiplies your power by 10. Argued again by a lot of people, but that's all I found. I'm trying to find a golden Great Ape. Oh, wait, never mind. It's 10,000. I didn't even realize I wrote that down. The golden Great Ape is multiplier is 10,000. Legendary Super Saiyan, which is Broly's transformation, is 150, rumored to be 300, but that's no. If it was 300, he would have been a much greater threat. Talking about Broly's space power level, which I forget at the moment. Sorry about that. And yeah, if you guys want to read any other of these things, you can. I haven't found anything beyond this. If you guys have any suggestions of transformations I should cover, or transformations I should talk about, as in power levels, I can help you with that, because I love doing math. Honestly, I suck at math without a calculator, but I know the equations if I do have a calculator. So, yeah, I think that's going to wrap up this video, guys, and bye.